Okay, I just drink my coffee with butter. Do you also like to put butter in your coffee? Probably not, but I've always struggled with talking to rappers. I've generally always struggled to creating new connections with rappers, with other producers, I know managers, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I still don't think that I'm really good at it. I'm thinking that I'm at best medium at it. But anyway, I've been into like literally hundreds, if literally not thousands, of conversations with rappers and producers. I've been in text conversations, in real life conversations. I've been in some studios a little bit, but I've been in some studios. I've also and I also been on a lot of calls. I mean regular calls, video calls, and I'm also communicating with you through these videos. So I've done quite a lot of that, and I've improved a lot. And I still don't feel that I'm great at it. But I have to tell you, I've done all that, but I come from a place where I had completely zero social skills. I mean, I've never really had idea how to talk with rappers. I've never had idea how to talk about selling them something. I've never had idea how to talk about me, how to talk about my beats, talk about my music. I've never had any idea how to do that. And it's not even like it's not like I had specifically issues in business. I mean, I've always had problems with communicating. Like honestly, for most of my life, I had like pathologically. I've been like ridiculously socially anxious. I mean, when I was a kid, when I was, I don't know, like 13, 14, it was normal for me that when I talked to a girl that I liked a little bit, I was getting all fucking sweaty. My face was blushing. I was fucking, my fucking voice was shaking. I couldn't even really come up with anything smart to say. It was when I was like, I don't know, 13, 14. Then I was like 15, 16. I still had honestly zero social skills. It was very fucking difficult for me to like meet new people, to like create new connections, to like, and actually it was the same for girls and for guys too. Honestly, it was very fucking hard to me to talk to people that I didn't know. Like, I had some friends from like primary school that I've been knowing for years, but I've never been like really good at creating connections. But I basically improved it, and that's why I feel that I'm okay person to teach you this, because I'm not very good at it, but I'm very good at improving it, because I went from fucking nothing to having okay social skills in terms of this. Okay, so how should you actually talk to rappers? Basically, the most important part is basically fucking volume. You just need to put yourself in situations when you have to talk to fucking rappers. Okay, I mean, you're not going to get better at it by watching this video. Okay, this video is not going to improve your social skills even by 1%. Okay, I can just give you directions how to improve them, because right now, for probably you have no idea how should you improve your social skills. For example, creating connections with rappers, you have no fucking idea. After this video you can get an idea, but you're not going to improve it. So don't think that you watching 20 videos about improving social skills is going to improve. No, it's not going to improve shit. Okay, you need to just fucking show up. You need to sound like a fucking idiot. You need to get fucking red face. You need to blush. You need to have shaky voice, and that's how you will actually improve. So at first you just need to talk to fucking people, specifically to rappers. Okay, but there are some principles for like going through the conversation, because I remember for me, I would say it's still a big problem for me, because I become pretty good at talking to people I don't know. For example, cold approaching a girl is not problematic for me. I mean, basically approaching people I don't know is not problematic for me. I can send some fucking DM. I can start a conversation, but honestly, it is really hard for me to push this situation really creating a connection, to really creating some long term relationship. And I don't mean like long term relationship like with a girl, but I mean long term relationship of knowing someone. Okay, basically of creating a long term connection, because for example, I have really like great, I have like crazy track record of situations when I did really fucking good cold approach, and I mean real, I mean 10 out of 10. I just came up with no stress at all. I spit some fucking crazy game, and then I don't even take a number, because I don't even, I'm not sure if I should ask about it. I've done like tens. Yeah, I've done like tens of times when I did some shit like that. And honestly, the same goes for relationship with rappers. For me, I've always, at some point when I get used to, like, let's say DMing rappers, to calling rappers, whatever, I it became okay for me to just send them a DM, to just send them a message. But then I had no idea how to actually push this conversation further. So yeah, now so maybe let's talk about it, even though I'm still not good at it, but I'm working on it. So at first, maybe let's focus on a situation when you DM some rapper because you want to work with him. Okay, you don't even do this just for selling beats, but you do this to improve your social skills. At first, you need to send them anything. I mean, you can send them a voice message, a video, just say hello. Maybe you can text them that their music is cool, whatever, literally. Then they are going to respond, and that was usually the moment when I had no idea, and I still sometimes have no idea what should actually do, because some of them will just like your message, some of them will just say thank you, and some of them will be actually very receptive toward your message. And what is the big fucking life hack for a fucking life? If you have to think about, if you have no idea how your fucking next response could sound, that's probably not a good idea to send it at all. I mean, if you're at complete bare minimum level zero of communicating, sometimes just your mind will not work and you don't really know how to talk to people, and that's why you will struggle. So then you still maybe should try to send the message. But in terms of, if you're not completely fucking socially retarded and somebody sends you some fucking message back, this rapper, for example, you DM a rapper telling him that his song is cool, and he just sends you a fire emoji, just don't have to respond to it, because I will tell you it. I mean, if rapper is really big and he gets a lot of DMs, he may not check your profile. But usually, when a smaller rapper, and you should aim for smaller rappers to work with, in terms of sending them DMs and stuff, he will check your profile. And if you have some of your beats on your profile, if you have anything interesting on your profile, he will check it. And if he would like to keep a conversation going, if he would like to work with you maybe one day, he would tell you it. Okay, or at least he would respond in a more receptive way. Okay, because if rapper at least te- text anything like thank you, I mean, thanks for support, appreciated, G, whatever, whatever. I've seen like thousands of those DMs, so I know what I'm talking about. You can still shoot your shot, okay? You can still talk with them. You can still try to get something out of it, but then, for example, this rule stays the same, because then, let's say they they are a little bit more receptive, so they, for example, tell you, yo, thank you, G, I really appreciate your feedback, and then you try to tell something else. Okay, at this point, you honestly should tell them that, yo, I'm a producer, I would like to work with you. And if they are not responding, they just left you on scene, whatever, you just don't need to keep this conversation going. Okay, but so these are like basic principles for cold DMing rappers on Instagram and shit. But how to actually keep a conversation, how to actually get the most out of it when the situation is works more in your favor. So for example, you post style beats, you put your Instagram in description of your profile on your beats, and then those rappers DM you first. Okay, and then you don't really know how to like how to create a stronger connection, because yeah, you can actually sell the beat without creating any connection at all, but that is really fucking retarded idea. It is very fucking short-sighted. Okay, I mean, this is thinking very very short term, and it's not going to benefit you in the future. Okay, it's always better to create some kind of connection with a rapper, and then he's very fucking likely to come back in, I know, few weeks, few months, maybe even few years. Okay, i have I've I think that I've recently just been in a conversation with a guy that wasn't even really in the game of rap for like a year straight, and I think that he texted me on WhatsApp or something after literally like 1 year without conversation. So yeah, sometimes it's even literally after a year, and that's only because you develop a relationship with a rapper. Okay, so now, the thing is, when you always should aim for higher classes, let's say higher higher form or higher forms of engagement in conversation. Okay, because sending text message is the lowest fucking effort for anybody to do, so that's nothing. So you should usually push from text conversation to voice messages, and in best scenario to just going on a call, but not sometimes there is no point in going on a call like immediately, like you exchange just 5 messages, and it's not really good idea to go on a call, because if you don't have any specific plan for something, it doesn't even make sense. But you usually should send voice messages, and then you can tell them actually anything in them, okay? And that's how you will keep the conversation more fucking emotional, okay? Because at this point, you're not just some fucking random Instagram profile that is in DMs of a rapper. Now you become actually a real human being, real fucking person. That's how you can kind of, let's say, escalate escalate the situation. And that's how then you can push rappers into, not push, but I mean talk rappers into using your beats, into buying them. By the way, if your beats suck, they will not buy it by any means, even if you're fucking Jordan Belfort or something. If you're fucking Wolf from Wall Street, if your beats suck, you will not sell them. So just, but I mean, keep this in mind, because a lot of producers forget about it. So yeah, basically, and I mean, the most important part about about communication is just, you don't have to, you don't always have to respond, okay? It's sometimes okay to leave this rapper or scene, sometimes just, like his message, sometimes just tell him okay. You don't always have to keep the conversation, because it brings really fucking weird energy. I mean, when you talk with your friend, when he just tells you that I'm going to, let's say, he will tell you that he's going to work tomorrow at 4 p.m. For some reason, he just gives you this information. You're not going to send him five fucking paragraphs about fuck, I don't even know. It's trying to become more friendly, because it doesn't really make sense. Okay, remember, rappers are actual fucking people. I actually should put this advice in the beginning of the video. Remember, you're not talking to fucking robots. You're not talking to fucking machines. You're not talking with Chat GPT. Remember, those are guys that are also like making music. They also just know, they are usually pretty chill when they are making music. They are just sometimes cool people. Sometimes they are not cool, but basically they are not different from you. I mean, they may have bigger following, they may be good rappers, they may be whatever, but they are pretty similar to you. So remember, don't fucking treat them as they are some fucking angels, as they are some fucking unicorns. Okay, they are normal people. So don't try to, I mean, if the conversation with rapper, with clients, with prospects should look actually similar to your conversation with friends. You don't want to go too much into this, and you don't want to send them memes or something, because I think that that's fucking retarded. It doesn't really make sense to, I mean, I don't even send memes to my friends. I don't, I mean, I avoid using TikTok, I mean YouTube shorts or whatever. So I don't do this. But so you shouldn't do this neither with rappers, with clients, with other producers. I mean, you should keep it nice, professional, but really fucking friendly. This conversation should, you should basically keep conversation as they are your friends, okay? So yeah, that's basically the whole thing. I mean, the most important part is how to improve it. You just need to DM a bunch of rappers and 100 DMs, 200 DMs, and you're going to get better at it. And you should always, then when you get a response, you always should send them voice message. And at the beginning, maybe you're not native English speaker. For example, I'm not a native English speaker. I probably have really strong accent. You probably can hear it, okay? But even if you have really shitty English, if your accent is terrible or something, still send those fucking messages. I mean, the skill of speaking proper English is very slept on among producers. I mean, producers from USA, from Canada, uh, from, I don't know, from England, whatever, they don't have this problem. But all fucking producers, like, from all those countries in Europe, in Asia, Africa, fucking South America, they all fucking sleep on this one specific skill, and it's so fucking crucial. I mean, without proper English, it will be really fucking hard for you to like get to any fucking agreement with any rapper, okay? So we need to improve our English. And I'm not talking about creating some fucking, about buying a fucking course, about even going to class in school, because I don't think that's really effective. It's effective for finding some new fancy words, some new fancy grammar structures, but you're going to learn how to communicate only while real while you will actually communicate with other people from all around the world, okay? I mean, I haven't been studying English in school. Like, I haven't studied like English, I mean, sitting down and learning some vocabulary, grammar for like years. And I've passed my final exams in high school for like 100%. Okay, I don't, and I haven't studied even like a little bit. Actually, for the last year, I made the decision that I'm not even going to touch it, because I'm going to focus on other things. And still, because I talk with people in English from all around from all around or from all around the world. I'm still able to communicate in English pretty okay, basically. I mean, if you can understand what I'm telling you in this video, it means that my communication skills are at least okay. And you can do the same, not by attending fancy courses, not by even like traveling or something. You just have to communicate with other people in fucking English. You do this by cold DMing rappers. And another there is actually another weird tip for improving your social skills in selling and in creating relationships with rappers. Cold approaching girls is honestly probably this is like crazy. I mean, this is kind of a cheat code for improving your social skills. Okay, if you struggle with basically selling beats to rappers, you can just learn how to seduce girls, using how to cold approach them, whatever, in a weird way. And not even really like weird, but in it will improve your overall social skills like crazy. Okay, this is probably the most efficient way. Okay, if you want to improve quickly, maybe you shouldn't even contact with rappers at the moment. You should start with cold approaching girls, and it would be really fucking good start to building your social skills in terms of selling beats and whatever. So yeah, uh, yeah. I don't even have script for this video, so that's basically what I thought about communicating with rappers and how you should sell beats. I mean, I didn't even mention selling because honestly, selling is not about selling in this business. It's more about creating a fucking relationship, having proper beats, and at some point I mean, if you have good beats and rapper likes you, he will buy from you. Okay, so you should focus on having good beats and having good connections with rappers. Don't even think about selling. I mean, selling also is nice because then you can sell more. Maybe you can have higher prices, whatever. But if you want to start selling beats regularly, the most important part is having good beats and having good connections. So just focus on it, and you will be good in the long run. Maybe I mean, if you're working already with like 5-10 rappers at the moment, then you should start thinking about specifically selling skills. But if you're not at this moment, if you're not at this point in your career, just focus on having better beats and having better connections, and that's literally everything that you need. So that's all for today, guys. Go make some motherfucking beats.